It's 3 decades, 4 decades maybe. In Auckland, one concert, Western Springs tomorrow night. Today, before the sound check, we were backstage with them. Well, Western Springs, here we are backstage with the Bee-Gees. Are getting ready to do sound checks, and we're doing a very expensive shoot because we've got 2 cameras, you see. Camera over there, camera back here, can work to any camera. And so this enables us to look round at the magnitude of what it is the Bee-Gees bring, you see. They bring all this kit here, magnificent equipment. They got projectors, they got lights, the works, they got scaffolding, everything, see. And they cover it up with plastic because they may have heard we get a bit of rain. Now, straight through here, follow me through now. Work with me now. We're going into the Bee-Gees dressing room.
Oh,
Paul, how are you, mate?
Good to see you. We've spoken before.
We've spoken before. You didn't see me, I think, then.
No, we didn't have a telly.
And these are the cameras. These are the people of New Zealand.
Hello, people of New Zealand.
Well, this is
But there's
very...
only 3 of you, 4 of you.
Yes. The rest are sheep.
Oh, I see. We heard that. We
Yes.
heard that.
But this, now just have a look around this lovely dressing room. A portable dress... Well, not really portable.
We brought it with us, yes.
Well, it's got a degree of
Shrubbery.
porter.
You've got shrubbery. You've got,
You've
Got a little
shrubbery,
shrubbery in the corner here.
Very nice palm trees.
You like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And do you insist? I mean, you are huge, such huge stars. I see all that gear outside. Of course, it's a long time since you fellas had to lift stuff like that.
Yeah, well, we've been up all night doing that.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Great,
one
mate.
place where we delegate, you know.
Yeah. I usually do the scaffolding, Barry does the sound, and Robin does the wiring.
Yeah. Because you wouldn't... I mean, you've got to look after... You know, you've got to look after the receipts.
You've got to watch where it goes.
Robin takes the box office after the show.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why you don't see him too much on stage after that part.
Do you have accountants and everything back at the...
Two trailers down.
Yeah, and they do the counting.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what Dire Straits were doing. They do that, of course.
What, they count their own?
But they don't count
their
themselves.
accountants.
Oh, yeah, right. You know, we've got accountants coming out of our...
Yes, we have.
Well, we might as well have a chat anyway.
Yeah.
So, yes, you fellas all sit tightly together.
Right.
And,
And the customers we are.
yes, I'll sit here like this. You know, it's amazing you all live in the same place.
Yes, we all have this couch we take everywhere with us.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you insist on certain furniture, or...?
No, this has nothing to do with us. This is...
No, this is definitely nothing to do with
No,
us.
this
But I
furniture
like...
was already here.
Yes, so you've been here since Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's not your first time in New Zealand, is it?
No, we were here last time, I think it was in 74.
Christchurch.
In Christchurch and Wellington, I think we did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, this was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
That
was a
was
long time ago.
yeah.
Before our time.
We were all younger.
we're all
knee-high
young.
to a jockstrap at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, you were still almost in 1974. You'd still be reeling from the success of New York mining disaster. in
Reeling
1940s.
is good.
Reeling is a good word, yes.
I played that this morning on the radio.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, still my favourite.
Oh, that was
Which
fun
one's
to make.
that?
New York.
New York mining disaster.
Oh, yeah, 67.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What inspired that? Why would you write a song about that?
Well, it was a big... at the time, there was the Welsh mining disaster, Aberfan.
Oh,
where
right.
It was a very sad loss of children, and there was a big disaster. And it was a sort of an influence to it, but actually we did find out later on there was a mining disaster in the state of New York in 1942.
But
So,
we couldn't really write a song about Aberfan
No.
literally, so we had to go more abstract.
but it was a sort of an influence of what it would be like to be trapped in a mine.
Yeah.
So that's where it came from.
See, that's one of the nice things. You've brought your families as well.
Yes.
Your wives are here and your partners are here.
That's why the way we're doing these shows works, because you do one show in each continent, you know, and you can take your family and you do it all in a week instead of
Like back to back.
instead of one city after another, you know.
Concert at the end of the week pays the bill.
That's true.
But the funny is that the greatest idea about doing it this way is, besides getting over the jet lag, you get to see the country you're in, you get the culture, you can see the sights, the history, and do a show that you're fresh and, you know, you're all in good voice and no one's tired and you have a good time.
Do you mind if I just loosen my tie?
Yeah, take your clothes off, don't worry. I mean,
No, I don't take the clothes off. It's just a matter of
You take
loose.
trousers off?
No, I could take them off.
well, that's up to you.
I've taken them off in funny places.
I would imagine
we
you
will sit over
would.
there.
Yes. Have you?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, he's known for it, yeah.
Well, you people are rock stars. You would have taken
Absolutely,
them.
yeah. We take our clothes off in the
It's
best
called
place.
creative license.
In some of the finest hotels in the world.
Absolutely.
Yes. Anyway, I was just going to loosen my tie.
The biggest record executives in the world.
Oh, yes.
You've taken them off in front of the biggest record.
Oh, you have to.
You have to.
Yeah, it's part of the program.
That's a very nice watch you've got.
Thank you, sir.
It's beautiful.
My present to me.
Good, good. You know, Jules, I only bring this up because I was speaking to Jules yesterday.
Yes.
And she said, you know, people who don't wear watches, you know, it's phony. It's phony, people who don't pretend to to care about
Right.
time, because we all care about bloody time.
We all care
Oh,
about
yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's
You
a
know,
good,
we've got
interesting
to
subject, this.
Oh, yes. But she said she had lovely watches. Well, she showed me a watch. It was a Cartier. She
Yeah.
said her record company gave it to her instead of the royalties.
Right.
Yeah, that'll do it.
We got a pair of
Will
boots.
that sound
from our
right?
record.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, our record
they're
company gave us a pair of boots and a kick up the backside.
Your record company?
Well, I went out and bought mine.
Well, they gave him the money to go and buy them.
No, they give us a pair.
Well,
No,
does it
they're
annoy
very
you
good
that-
to us. They're very
does
good.
it annoy you that ingenues, Johnny-come-latelys like Jewel, are getting Cartier rings? New fella's been going since 1966, 67.
I know, you think you get a watch.
But you see, I was waiting.
But that's a sign of retirement, you see.
I was waiting for the right Cartier design, you see, and it just only came out this
But
year.
they gave us a card, didn't they?
Yeah, they gave us a car. Yeah.
Anyway, so we were talking about trousers, weren't we, getting undressed, and we decided we weren't going to get undressed at all.
Right.
No, you decided you weren't getting undressed.
Oh,
We're
would you
getting
like to get
undressed, mate.
undressed?
Let's get this right. No. I wasn't going to get undressed. Robin was going to get undressed.
Well, I'm going to do
You're
that.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't like if people see me in my bikini briefs.
Yeah.
No,
Well, the thumbs tend to
And
ride.
I laud that modesty.
And you respect that, I understand.
And I think our public people at home, I think they'll be sympathetic.
You have to be
that
kind.
too.
There's nothing worse than a thong.
But do you have like costumes and stuff? I mean, the different do you change in Mr. Barkley
Yeah, the
jackets?
tights and the...
Oh yeah, speckled
Okay.
thongs, all that. You know.
Yes,
Well, no,
all
on a serious note, we don't dress.
right. Don't dress at all.
Did you just throw a
You
serious
wanted to
note
get
in
naked
there?
before, and you're talking like this again.
Well, it's always an urge.
It's always
It's an urge.
At this level of the business, everyone wants to be naked. Don't
Yes.
understand it.
I know. I think it's something to do with age.
Well, and availability too. I
And
expect.
availability.
Do you always wear a hat like all the time?
It's screwed to my head.
Is it?
I can't get it off. The wife's come accustomed to it, actually.
Well, there we must leave it. And I thank you very much indeed.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Paul.
Cheers. Pleasure, mate.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks very much.
Jesus
I'm sorry. Yes,
Christ.
Strong bagger, isn't he?
So that was this afternoon, backstage, before they did their sound check, the Bee Gees. They're thoroughly pleasant people. They're wonderful people. The Bee Gees doing one show only, tomorrow night, Western Springs in Auckland. I understand there are still some tickets available. How many seconds have I got available, as a matter of fact, to tell people this stuff? Oh, so still some ticket available. Gate sales from 10 a.m. Gates open for the concert at 5:30 p.m. And they travel on the commercial airliners. Morris said to me he used to have a jet. He had a big jet, but he sold it. And now Julio Iglesias sometimes lends them his aircraft. And I was able to tell them I too have flown on that aircraft, but that's a story for another time. I also told them another story about Julio Iglesias, which they cut. We've cut it. It was all about what he needs after a program and how different his anatomy is between having a good show and a bad show, is what he told me over dinner. But that's a story for another time, for a book perhaps. Those were our people today. That's Holmes this week.